The story you are about to hear comes from a land far, far beyond your maps. The land of magical Rome universe, where magic is real, the gods are watching, and ambition is a dangerous game. My name is Gellius Varro. Those who know me as a friend, men and women just like you, they call me the keeper of stories. Stories about magic, adventure, danger, and the shadows that haunt magical Rome universe. Draw closer now. Let us begin. Today is the calends or the first day of April. The calends of April is always a wonderful day, a glorious day, a magnificent day for me. Because 15 years ago, this day marked the end of my old life and the beginning of a new life. But before I tell you more about my old life and the new one, I have another story for you. It's about Janus. Who is Janus, you ask? Well, at the foot of the Picalian hill, there stands a mighty oak tree that has braved the passages of many centuries. Some believe it is 1,000 years old, others believe it has stood from the beginnings of our universe. Legend has it that gods and goddesses came down the mighty oak's branches from their home down to my mighty city. In those early days, there were no civilizations as such, just some scattered tribes living a desolate existence. When the gods reached our ancient land, they walked in different directions, blessing the soil that touched their feet during the day. And at night, when stars twinkled in clear skies, they assembled in the swampy valley between the seven hills and turned into statues of marble. That swampy valley, which was their resting ground, became the heart of magical Rome universe, what you and I now call the Forum. Centuries after the gods had turned to marble, the Senate Library was built in the Forum. The marble statues were dug out of the soil and placed within the arches of the library's dome, one god or goddess in each arc. From that lofty perch, they safeguard us, our knowledge, and magical Rome universe herself. There is no mention of this tale in the scrolls and tablets that live inside the Senate Library. It has been relegated to myth and legend. But I know this story is true and alive. So I'm passing the story on to you so that it is not forgotten. When you take a walk in the forum next time, look up at the library's dome and you will see those ancient statues of gods and goddesses that came down the oak tree. There is Jupiter, Juno, Mars, Vesta, Minerva, Mercury, and many more. Among them is a god named Janus. Janus is the god of endings and beginnings. His divine hand closes and opens doors, and his sacred eye looks both to the past and the future. That's why I'm thinking about Janus today, because 15 years ago, I had left my old life to enter a new life. Let's go back 15 years and I'll tell you the story as if I'm speaking from that day when my life changed. These last 2 years, I have traveled down the Tiber River that runs beside our great city. I have stopped at little towns along the Tiber's banks, all the way from here to Ostia in the south, where the river becomes the sea. And I have made some coin, not a lot, but enough to furnish my future. All those months of wanderings I had always dreamed of running my own tavern, a small place that I could build with my two hands, a place to call my own. And now the time felt right, so I bought a building. It must have been a proud two-storied insula in its prime, but poor management and termites had driven away the men and women who lived there. All that remains now are the walls and floors of three adjacent apartments. Surprisingly preserved they are. Everything around is rotting and dead. A lot of work will have to be done before the tavern comes to life. That's what the coin from my river-faring days is for. But by the end of the year, I will make it cozy for you to drop in and stay a while. Yesterday, in the rubble of that building, I found a large wooden plaque in excellent shape. Carved upon it were the wild waves, just like I have seen on the Tiber River when she is in the grips of a storm. I'm going to hang this plaque in a special place inside my tavern. Ah, yes, before I forget to tell you, I have thought of a name for my tavern, a name that I love, and I hope you will love it too. I'll call it the Little Tiber. It will remind me of my life on the Tiber River. Once I have the Little Tiber up and running, walk right in. It will be open day and night. Spend some time with me. I love telling stories, and you love listening to stories. We will get along quite well. Where is the Little Tiber located, you ask? Ah, I understand. You'll need proper directions when you come here, isn't it? I'll send you hand drawn maps to guide you. Download them and see my great city. My tavern, the Little Tiber, is labeled number 6 on the first map. Look between the Romulan and Rivian hills, close to the bend of the Tiber River. That's where I'm talking to you from. And the Senate Library, with the marble statues of the gods, is labeled number 1 in the second map. The download link of the maps is in your description box and show notes. Please keep these maps safely with you because they carry a piece of my heart. The tale is told and you have heard the truth. All my stories are carried in your universe by the storyteller A. David Singh. If you wish to hear more, 7 epic tales are waiting for you at the gates of magicalrome.com/epic. That is magicalrome.com/EPIC. I am Gellius Varro, and I will return with another story very soon.